Hello.
Hi guys.
Hi there. I'm gonna be ladylike. You are? Yes. But I don't have a pinky to use for my teeth. Oh, Rosie, you're so funny. But I love you. I love you too. That's proper ladylike to kiss on the cheek, right? As far as I know, I don't think there's anything unladylike about it. Okay, just want to be proper. My goodness.
Yeah, she's into that. I'm just gonna be me. Little old me. Buster. Buster whatever. Fralin.
He's a whatever, all right. Okay, what's ladylike about that? Oh, well, forget it. I am Rosie, and I like me too. And I love you. And I love you just as you are, every day of the week. I already told you I love you. Buster, it's your turn.
Well, I do. I love you.
Thank you, Buster.
Mm.
I like Buster and Rosie kisses. And we are Fralin
And friends.
We are the Fralins.
You
Are the...
friends.
Okay, that one might be a little much. Oh, we're in the process of getting used to that because we're going to try to make that change in our channel name so that we can be a little more easily found. Does that sound right? Easily found. Found more easily?
I don't know, but we'll be here.
Well, guys, I'm going to read tonight because I didn't last night.
Okie dokie. That means
Rosie and Buster time
Buster and Rosie time.
is over. For now. Night-night.
Nope, just see you later.
It's dogs. Oh, what are we doing? The search is available through Amazon.com, Smashwords.com, and major bookstores. Thank you. And we're starting with chapter 4 tonight. Now, do remember there's a playlist for all of the readings that I've done from this chapter. Now, most of them start out with a little bit of Buster and Rosie, but that's just fine because they're fun. Anyway, the search is a mystery, suspense, whatever you want to call it. It's up to you to decide. But anyway, we're on chapter 4, Things. Sheridan walked into the lobby of the inn looking for her host. She found Patch in a room full of odd collections of objects placed carefully around a huge banquet room. Oh, hello, Catch. I was looking for you. I kind of gathered that from the racket you were making when you came into the room. Sheridan looked down at the thick carpet under her feet. She knew she hadn't said anything or called for him. He must have a high sense of people arriving at his inn. She suspected most innkeepers had such an antenna. Could it really be much different than noticing a slight difference in your own home when someone opens a door? Sheridan asked herself. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was making noise. But wow, what is this room all about? She waved her hand around the room at the odd collections. Well, I see you are intent on interrupting my reading, Catch growled. She hadn't noticed he was reading until he mentioned it. "I'm sorry, Catch." He laid a book down on a sofa where he'd been sitting. Sheridan looked at the book cover, but there was no title on it, not even an author's name. It did have some odd symbols on each corner. One corner had a scorpion, the second a coiled snake, another had a locust with wings opened, and the final corner looked like the head of a vulture. In the center of the book's cover was a skull inside a starburst. Wow, that must be a disturbing read. Not really. Catch sighed in resignation to her interruptions. It is a hobby. I've also studied some of the deadliest cults and cultures. Amazingly, some of the deadliest societies haven't been tribes of headhunters. Catch's tone changed quickly, from a disgusting, almost whisper, to an easily audible instructor. As to your question, this room is like a museum of previous guests. They all come in with things they think they can't do without, and they all leave them behind when they go, just as you will. Catch, you and Taylor are beginning to scare me. What have I walked into here? It's just a place, Sheridan. Nothing here for you to concern yourself about. Sheridan shrugged and walked around the room, looking at tables full of electronics that could tell a story of the history and progression of technology. From one end of a table sat a small abacus, and other tables full of watches, laptops, PDAs, and all sorts of paraphernalia. A cabinet held items that had probably been very dear to the previous owners. She saw small teacups and saucers and painted with family crests, antique bronzes, gold-encrusted statuettes, and busts likely of some family's member. Some of the items that sat around the floor of the room were so large that Sheridan questioned how people managed to carry them into the town. Items like a marble statue of Grecian design and an old Hollywood camera standing like a monolith of the silent movie era may possibly travel. However, it wasn't likely that anyone coming to Hidden would have brought them. According to Catch, one visitor or another left behind even the tables, bureaus, and display cabinets. Very funny, Catch. Truthfully, where did you get all this stuff? There are some valuable and ancient items here. Nobody is going to carry a giant Chinese urn around. Does one of those books of yours teach you how to steal riches of the world? Sheridan laughed. Sheridan, I can't answer your questions. I didn't lie to you. I can't explain people's behavior. Some people carry so much on their backs just trying to protect things like this. Then, when they leave it all behind. So you are into some kind of acquisitions? In a fashion, I suppose you could say that. There is a lot of stuff here. I wish I could get rid of it, but it seems to have its own purpose, because Shepard wouldn't allow me to dispose of any of it. He says it serves to tell a story to those who enter here about the lack of importance of the items they carry. None of those who visit this room gets the idea until they go on their way to the next stop. Next stop? What do you mean, next stop? Sheridan's flustered by now. Sheridan, I'm an old man. I say things wrong sometimes. I guess I should have said, when you leave here. Catch was old, but Sheridan had the feeling he definitely said what he meant. Was all she said, nodding her head. She heard Shepherd mentioned before and remembered Shepherd's closet in the front hall. Who is Shepherd? His name's come up a couple of times now. He must have a lot of authority around here. You'll find out in due time, Catch hissed. Sheridan got the impression Catch resented Shepherd somehow. Well, that is not why I was looking for you anyway. Is there a map of the area that will help me find that Lunas flower? There is a map of the area, but it doesn't point out the location of the Lunas flower. I hate that danged weed. Catch snapped loudly. Whoa! I've been hearing about this flower since I got here, and now you act like it's poison. Sheridan backed off as if to escape his wrath. Everyone is such a dang broken record, he grumbled. It's as if all there is in hidden is that stupid flower and Shepherd. What about this inn? It's not shabby, you know. What about my pride and joy? Whoa, Catch. I'm talking about a plant, and I haven't even seen, except in pictures, and the crystal sculptures over at the cafe. It seems to be an important part of your town's story. Shepherd is another part of that story, and so are you and the inn. I don't know why you are biting my head off. Your inn seems like it's a shrine to the flower. I mean, look around you. Sheridan slowly stepped back into Catch's space, showing her own indignation. She could see Catch exert almost measurable effort to calm himself. The red-hot anger faded slowly from his usual rough, fleshy color. I'm sorry, Sheridan. I'm out of sorts today. Of course, it's silly of me to be upset over that flower. That's going to have to be it because I'm running out of time. So I'll let you mull over Catch, Shepherd, and the Lunas flower and what all of this is about with all this stuff in this room. And see you tomorrow. I think the pups went to sleep. We love you all. Good night.